Deion Sanders.
You do your thing.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. What's up?
It's Bubba. What's up, Sponge?
What's going on, boss, man?
You sound busy, real busy.
No. I'm just walking the house. I was taking care of a pool issue with my mama.
With Connie?
Yep.
Now is Connie back at? Is she back in Texas?
Yeah, she lives here. I'm on her. I stay with her now. I live in her home.
Oh, all right. Now, have you got your new home done yet, or are you still building that?
It'll be done in September. Let me let you say hey to my mom. You know she loves you, Spot.
Oh, I love Connie.
Hold on. Hey, Mom. It's Bubba. Say hey to Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
Hi, Connie. You keeping Deion situated? How you doing?
I'm trying.
You watching your shows? You watching your stories?
You know it. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What stories do you like currently?
You know what I like. Young and the Restless.
We're Young and the Restless. That used to be Deion, Young and the Restless. Now he's just old and restless. Hey, don't forget your baby boy's going to be 52 Friday. Don't forget.
Oh, I won't.
Oh, she won't forget. Long as she get installments each month, she won't forget.
Yeah. You know, Warren Sapp once told me, Deion, Warren Sapp, you know him and I had a love-hate relationship. And after he signed his big contract with Oakland, I'm like, Warren, what changes? Warren says, the more millions you make, the more family members you got to pay.
Oh, we call it installment.
Installment, right. So, Deion, how you been, buddy? And Connie, nice talking to you, Connie.
Oh, she gone. I came back in the house now. She's out going off on somebody about her pool.
Listen, I wanna forewarn you, Deion. I watched your Jaguar rookie camp orientation talk, and it really motivated me to really do a good interview today. Not just kind of BS it, but really do a good interview.
Man, you always do a good interview. You the sponge. First of all, you know you have Bubba, you got to have 30 years on the air?
32.
I knew it was around 30.
Yeah.
32. Oh, my God. That's a long time, man.
And I've been knowing you since 96.
96 when you laid heavy in the tub.
Yeah. In fact, there's a guy that follows me on Twitter, and his name's Stuck in Deion's Tub. That's what his name is.
Hey, guess what, man? I thought about you because, first of all, I knew, even though I love you to life, I knew your favorite team was the Cowboys. Not Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers. And one of the reasons it was Green Bay because of Favre. And my son and I just went to Southern Miss, and Favre was our host.
I watched the entire thing, Deion. I did.
Unbelievable, man. Favre is unbelievable.
And you guys were in the SUV. You guys were in the SUV waiting at the stoplight and everything.
Oh my God, yeah. We'll pickup truck in it. So Favre is unbelievable, man.
Now that's probably the most one-on-one time that you spent. I mean, I know you played with him in Atlanta, but that's probably the most one-on-one time that you probably spent with Brett.
Well, we spent one-on-one because I took him to the hood and I took him shopping back in the day.
When you were in Atlanta?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta. But I thought about you because I know that you were crazy about those Packs because, and Favre was a vital part of that. Your infatuation with the Packers, man. He's a great guy, man.
I remember I got in trouble. 96, I go out to Deion's house. That's when I got stuck in his tub. And I'm over there. It's the 96 NFC Championship game. And Deion's like, Sponge, you just kind of hang out over here. So I'm on the field hanging out, just being a boys. And so, but I'm over on the Packer side of the deal because I'm like, I'm a Packer fan. At halftime, Deion comes to me and goes, Sponge, where you been? I go, over at the Packer. He goes, you need to get your butt back over to the Cowboy side.
You slid over to the other sideline.
And if you remember, I don't think you've maybe ever talked about this, Deion. This might be an exclusive, but I know that you said the Packers were winning, and then remember when their defensive coordinator or something got hurt on the sidelines, and it gave you guys like another 20 minutes to kind of change your game plan a little bit, didn't it?
Somebody got hurt. I mean, they got hit severely on the sideline. When somebody flies out of bounds and they get rolled up and something happened tremendously over there. I don't know if that was the whole case, but I remember somebody did get hurt.
And remember, they stopped play for like 15, 20 minutes, and you guys kind of changed your defensive scheme. You got some more tape from downstairs, and you were seeing what Favre was doing. And you guys, remember, turned it around and beat them.
Yeah, we beat. That was a big game. That was a huge game. How's my Sponge doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Deion, and things are getting better for me. They really are. Things are getting better. I was really at a low point You know, like about 3 or 4 months ago, I sold my home because I had to, and I was living in a trailer behind the radio station.
Ain't
And
nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with the trailer there. Ain't
No.
nothing wrong with the trailer. Ain't nothing wrong with the
Hey,
trailer.
don't
So
think
all
my
the
boy-
trailer folks,
don't think
ain't
my
nothing
boy
wrong
did-
with the trailer, baby.
don't think my boy didn't come from 125 Henderson Street, right? Don't
Yeah,
think
that's
that's where my
what I'm
boy came from.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So, but you got to understand, man, no matter what you have possessions of, you still got you, and you've never lost you. So as long as you got you could always make some money, man. You could always get your hustle on because you're a talented human being, Bo. You're one of the most talented men that I know. I mean, you got the gift of gab. You're smart. You're quick with it. Your timing is impeccable, and you always rise to the top, man. You always rise to the top. No matter when everything against you, you always seem to fight your way back and rise to the top.
Well, I can't thank you as to how good of a friend you've been. You know, a lot of people, it's not so popular to be friends with the Sponge from here, and you always stuck by me, Deion. You always took my call. You always go on the air.
You're a good dude, Sponge. I mean, I remember, even with the SAP thing, I remember saying, SAP, look at man. This is my boy, you my boy. You guys got to talk. You guys got to talk this through. And, I remember you guys got on the phone. Because I like peace and harmony, man. And I hate to have two friends that are very dear to my heart at odds, man. Sometimes
And you were Switzerland on that. And me and Sap are cool now. Like, we're cool now.
Yep.
So, Deion, I watch all your stuff, and just because, I keep up with my prime, and you are so good and so active on social. Do you got like a full-time guy that helps you with that? Because you distribute your stuff as good as anybody that I know.
Content, man. We say content. That's our word in our house, content.
Yeah.
My youngest son has the most followers out of every high school football player in the nation, and he's just a junior and highly recruited junior, but we believe in content. And, Shiloh's going to South Carolina. Bucky's still my little entrepreneur of the family. Deandra is in Atlanta doing her thing, being her little entrepreneur. And Bossy, the youngest one, lives with her mother. And, hey, Shador just walked in. Shador, say hey to Sponge. This Bubba the Love Sponge, man. Say hey, baby.
What's up? I just watched your video, big quarterback slinging. But Deion, I think that he has, out of all your boys, I think that Shador has your biggest swagger, I think.
You know what? I don't know. Shador is more like the Deion part of me. But he loves the jewelry, but he's more like the Deion. Shiloh has a little more of the prime side, and Bucky has a little bit of both, and he understands the business aspect of it. They have different attributes, but Shador he's a little button star, man, and he works his butt off to be who he is. He really does.
Shadora, Shiloh, Bucky, and Deion all get in a foot race. Let's say Thanksgiving Day at the crib. Who wins in a 40?
Well, Shador's in last for sure. Then Bucky's second. Bucky's second to last because he's laying heavy right now.
Right.
Then Shiloh is I beat Shiloh probably about 4 steps. So that's how it all goes down.
Are you not for real? For real, D?
Ask Shador, he's right here.
Yeah, that's true.
Shador, you last? Bucky can still beat you, Shador. Come on now, buddy.
Yeah, Bucky beat Shador.
How about now? I know. Shador is a quarterback, hardest hitter between Deion, Shiloh, and Bucky, all corners.
We would say probably Shiloh because Shiloh don't have no sense.
Shiloh comes in heavy.
Yeah, he don't have no sense. He don't have no common sense. He don't understand about longevity and all that right now. So
I will tell you this. I'll tell you a trivia question. Deion Sanders did have 1 sack in his career, 91 Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you sack, Deion?
I don't even know why I sacked, but, after that, the coach said, why would we blitz our best corner? That don't make no sense. I said, you know what? You got a point there, coach. And I think that was probably the last time I blitzed. I take that back. I blitzed one time, and I told Shador that story. I was telling him Brett does not get the credit of how smart he was. I can remember being my guy going in motion, and we put a corner side blitz in, and nobody knew I was going to blitz because you don't blitz your best corner. And I came, and I didn't think Brett saw me. As he released the ball, he was saying, Prime, I see you. As he's throwing the football, doing a live football NFL game, he said, I said, Shador, that's how smart this guy was.
As he's throwing it over to Freeman.
As he releasing the ball, he said, Prime, I saw you, baby.
That should have been a shirt back in the day, Deion don't blitz, because Deion don't blitz, does he?
We don't blitz. How's the weather there, man?
Oh, it's hot like Vietnam. You know that. You've been down here a lot.
Yeah, that's how it is here.
Did,
90 something.
now, didn't you guys just you did an Under Armour thing down here, didn't you?
Yep, we do it every year. New Year's, we come to the Orlando for the Under Armour All American game. Then we just had a 707 tournament at IMG a few months ago.
Now, Deion, everybody's like, how did Shiloh not pick FSU? I mean, I know you went to see, Mississippi or Favre play. Was it Ole Miss?
Yeah, Shiloh wasn't. Shiloh, he didn't have a lot of offers. He had multiple offers, but not a lot of offers. And Florida State would have took him, but I don't want nobody doing no charity for my kid. You got to earn it.
Right.
You got to earn it. And I didn't feel as though he earned that, and that wasn't the place for him. You got to go with the right fit for your kids. You got to know who your kids are. Just because that was my path, that don't mean it's his path. And he got to walk in his own steps, man. So I'm happy with him at South Carolina. Whatever Shador chooses, I'm happy with whatever he chooses, but they can't walk in my footsteps, man. That's not fair to them.
Deion, of course, I think since 2017, this is your third year now as offensive coordinator, which really, within the high school football deal, I saw a whole big thing where you guys don't really have, you say we don't have titles, we like to win titles. So the offensive coach, offensive coordinator, you guys just all kind of just help the kids out. And I think you went from like 660th to a state title in the tenure that you've been there.
Oh, yeah, man. We won 2 back-to-back state titles. But our claim to fame really is to have 35 kids on the team. And over the last 2 seasons, we've sent 24 kids to college.
Was it 2?
So the ratio of us getting kids to college is astronomical. It's crazy what we're doing. And that's what we measure ourselves, trying to get kids to and through college, not just to college, to and through college. So that's what we are. And we love what we do. We only have like 2 coaches on the staff that's employed by the school. The rest of us are volunteer guys, and we just love what we do.
Deion, when I watched the Jags rookie orientation thing, I didn't really, and I've known you for a long time, Deion, but I didn't know how much you really broke the film down. And I always just thought, Deion, and don't get mad at me, but you're just an unbelievably physically skilled guy. And I didn't know the amount of prep that you did. And when did you start prepping? Was it with Bobby, or was it when did you really start breaking stuff down and knowing characteristics on defense and not just going by your ability?
Probably my second year in the NFL. The first year, you always play on ability and not knowing really what you're doing. You watch film, but you watch yourself instead of really watching the nuances and understanding coordinators and what they're trying to accomplish against you. So probably my second year, I started spending extra time after practice, before practice in the film room. Then I started this video collection. Back then, it was VHS tapes, man.
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
I used to travel with this VHS machine, and I used to watch tape right up until kickoff, really studying my opponent. And I kept books on the teams I played against and how they would attack us and what they would try to do to me personally as well. That's the only way you're going to be great at anything, man, to really study profoundly.
I just watched a thing, I think, on your Insta about NFL camp starting now. And, Deion, what type of off-season regimen, and were you the guy, because you're always a hard worker, but were you the guy that came to camp as a veteran that was in shape? Like the rookies could look at you like, man, you can say what you want about that 32-year-old, but he is in shape.
Yeah. First of all, you got to understand, I barely went to camp because, I played this little thing called baseball.
Yeah, 9 seasons.
So I only had a few years of training camps, football-wise. So I don't ever remember going to camp in Atlanta. Definitely didn't go to camp in San Francisco. I may have gone to maybe 2 camps, 3 camps in Dallas. I went to one in Washington, and then at the backstages of my career in Baltimore, I went to a couple of camps. But really, I believe half my career I was in camps. So I always prided myself on being in shape and being consistent with understanding preparation for the game, man. The game is a beautiful thing. The game has really made it possible for my mother to live the lifestyle that she dreamt of, as well as my sister and my nieces and nephews. So the game has been good to us, man.
Kids, take care of your kids. I mean, Deion, you're one of the best. I mean, Deion, you're one of the best dads that I know. Like, I mean, you really, really take a lot of real estate in your kids. I mean, from Bucky to Bossy. There's a show from Bucky to Bossy.
From Bucky to Bossy. You got that right. That'll be all over the place.
From Bucky to Bossy, huh?
Yeah, my kids are all over the place, man. Like,
but you're strict, Deion. Like, people don't realize you're strict. Like, I've seen you as a dad.
I'm an old school dad, man. You know, I grew up on Fred Sanford and James Evans and George Jefferson, and you know, I grew up on those type of fathers, man. So that's how we got our snapshot. We pattern ourselves after the fathers we saw on television. But I don't expect nothing from anybody that I wouldn't do myself.
Well, don't think that Connie didn't run a tight ship. My Lord, I mean, you weren't getting nothing by Connie.
Yeah, she's still running one around here right now. She's still running. She's on these pool guys' butts out here, man, because the pool has a leak or something. There is no way you're supposed to put water in a pool, you know, every week. So,
I saw when I went out there one time, little Bucky might have been 2 or 3. I don't even know how old Bucky was in '96, and Bucky was doing something he wasn't supposed to be, and Bucky looked up at Connie, and she just gave him a look, and he went pew right up. I mean, he was out.
Oh, yeah.
Bucky was.
Yeah, you got to hit in my house. It was spankings been passed out. One of those you could have CPS on speed dial all you want to. You was getting hit in my house growing up.
Deion, I tell you one thing. I think you might have bigger arms. I think you might be in as good a shape as you were like back today as you were in '96. I mean, your arms look bigger than you ever been.
Well, I pride myself on working out, man. I'm in the room talking to you right now. I'm looking at elliptical right by my bed. So I get up and I either run a mile or I hit 20 to 30 minutes on this elliptical every day. Do the push-ups, the sit-ups, the weights, a little bit of everything, man.
I saw the 30 for 30 documentary on Tony Mandrich. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see that yet.
But Tony, you gotta see it.
Tony Mandrich, honestly, people won't understand this, but Tony Mandrich was the second pick in the NFL draft.
Yep.
When I came out of college. Tony Mandrich may go down in history to me as probably one of the best college offensive linemen that ever played this game. You got to show me somebody that was better in college than Tony Mandrich, because he was phenomenal, man.
And his 30 for 30, Deion, they had a lot of excerpts from you because they talked all about the '89 draft. And his 30 and 30, man, if you didn't like the guy and you thought he was whatever which way, he is the most humbling. Like he owns what he did. Like it was really well done. Just like your 30-30 was well done. But if you got a chance to watch it, Deion, when you're traveling, you know, to LA and stuff, you'll like it.
I'm gonna reach out to Tony, man. I haven't talked to Tony Mandrich. Got to be 15, 20 years. So I'm glad you said that. I'm going to reach out to him just to check on him, man.
89 draft, top 5. Aikman, Tony Mandrich to the Packers, Sanders to, I think, the Lions, Derek Thomas to the Chiefs, and primetime to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But don't forget the 89 draft also had Rison, Metcalf, Daryl Johnson, Don Beebe, Steve Atwater, Dave Meggett, Wesley Walls.
Yeah.
I got a trivia question for you, Prime. What college did the Moose play for? Daryl Johnson.
Syracuse.
You can't trump prime time, can you?
Because Moose is a good friend. You know, I'm not really into politics. I'm into people. You know, I want to see people do the right thing. I'm not into politics.
Right.
Republican, Democrat, I don't give a darn who you are, as long as you're a good person to me.
Yep.
And we have these talks. Sometimes we meet downtown for lunch, Moose and I, and we just have these talks about people, about politics. And we never had these discussions when we played together, but that's our common ground. So we would meet sometimes downtown and have these chats, man. That's unbelievable, man. So that's why I kind of know where Moose comes from, because they recruited Shiloh as well as they offered Shador a scholarship, and he asked me about that as well.
Only my boy Primetime would know where Moose played at Syracuse.
Yeah, Moose is a good guy, man.
I think a lot of people would be really surprised. I don't know that anybody's ever done this with you, Deion, and that is I was going to blurt out some names, some of them obscure, and just get like your little first reaction. And these are people that you've played with before. That people like a lot of people I'm calling it from Andre Rison to Jeff George, from Ray Lewis to Pookie Reese.
Wow. Yeah.
How about first name Andre Rison?
Andre Rison, This was one of my best friends, and the reason we fought nationally and publicly because there was one brother that left another brother, and the brother that was hurt because the other brother left him. It's like two kids in a foster home, and one kid gets picked up by a family, and the other kid is still there, and the other kid was really hurt because the one kid left. That was the extent of our relationship in Atlanta, and that's why he was upset, and that's why we fought. And that was the dumbest thing we've ever did because that was my brother, and I love him to this day to life.
You and Andre still keep in touch?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
He's still in Atlanta?
No, Andre is actually in Michigan. He's in Michigan.
Don't forget the last team Andre played for and got a Super Bowl ring, buddy.
Yep, and Barb described the play of the first game. You got to hear him tell that story. It's unbelievable. I got it on camera how he described that play that he threw the touchdown to Andre.
Wasn't that just like a little skinny post or something?
It was a deep post, but he said that he could not believe that they gave him that coverage on the first play. He couldn't believe it was a blitz, and he said he's walked to the line like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" And he checked off, like the Steve Young, now the Joe Montana, like 44 Razor. They had that kind of call, and he checked off, and he just couldn't believe it that they did that. And he was back and dropping back saying, please, Andre, run the right route. Please run the right route. And he say Andre did run the right route. And he connected with him, man.
He's just an old school gunslinger, isn't he, Deion? Favre?
God, I love Favre, man.
How about Pookie Reese? A lot of people don't. I'm going to ask you some obscure names, Deion. Probably names nobody's ever asked you about.
A young kid that when I played for the Reds, man, was a phenomenal middle infielder, could have played short, second. Good kid, man. I haven't talked to him in years, but he was a great human being. He really was.
Michael, the man, Irvin. How's Irv doing?
Yeah, I haven't seen, because we grown, man. We chasing our own things right now. But I see him on the NFL Network, which we both are employed by. He's doing his thing, man. Talking the talk and walking the walk, man. He loves the game. The game loves him back. Great individual.
Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly, probably one of the best hitters that I've ever seen in this game of baseball. Was a true professional before I knew what professional was in baseball because I was so young and dumb playing for the Yankees. But he was a pillar of consistency.
Jeff George.
Jeff George gotta probably have one of the strongest arms besides Brett Favre that I've ever seen. Brett, you can go wake Jeff George up right now. He'll probably throw a football 80 yards. I'm telling you, man. And I just wish he would have got into a system that would have had a real disciplined system and a quarterback coach that could really hone his skills, that he would have went down in history as one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. But I love Jeff George, man. I really do.
The next name, a lot of people don't know this. You played with him. He was in your Hall of Fame class of 11, and I don't want to use the word hate, but he killed my Packers when he was a Chicago Bear, and that's Richard Dent. You played with him for the Niners, didn't you?
Hey, man, Richard Dent was a dog, man. I mean, we got a Super Bowl together with the Niners. He was a force to be reckoned with. This guy was phenomenal. He was a phenomenal human being. He was a phenomenal football player.
And my final one, Bruce Smith.
Bruce Smith, we kind of was behind the eight ball when we went to Washington, praying that it would be our last hoorah. It didn't go well because we had ticking problems that year with the kickers as well as quarterback little dilemmas. But we wished we would have went out differently with the Redskins because Dan Snyder did the best he could to put together a team suitable to win at least the NFC East. But we didn't. We failed, man. But Bruce was something to deal with on that defensive line. He was nothing to be played with.
You and Emmett close still, Deion? You and Emmett?
Yeah. Man, Emmett just texted me yesterday looking for Shador's quarterback coach. He wanted his number for some reason. I don't know why, because his son is a phenomenal running back / receiver, and you're going to hear about his son, EJ, in years to come. I mean, that kid can play.
2 players in the history of the league that scored a touchdown 6 ways. One of them's Deion Sanders. Who's the other guy?
6 different ways?
You're the one of only 2 people to score a touchdown 6 ways. Interception, punt return, kickoff. What's that?
I wouldn't know who that would be. Let me get 2 guesses. I would probably say Ed Reed,
Nope. You'll never guess him in a million years.
Charles Woodson.
Nope.
I would never guess it then.
So I'm going to give you some info you can use now. Bill Dudley from the 42 Steelers.
Wow. I would
Bill,
never guess it.
Did you know that you're only one of 2 players to score a touchdown 6 ways?
No, well, I didn't know that.
You did know it, but you just didn't know who else did it.
You know, I'm not historical by any means. I don't know history too much, man, in regards to sports.
Is it true?
Man, I would have never guessed that.
Bill Dudley, Deion. Remember that name. Sponge gave you Bill Dudley.
Bill Dudley.
Out of all your Deion, out of all your kids, Bucky, let me see off the top of my head. Don't tell me. Bucky, Shiloh, Shador, Deandra, Bossy, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Bucky, Shiloh, Shador, Deandra, Bossy.
Right.
I don't think I'm missing. Which one, Deion, has tried your patience as a father?
Shiloh. That's easy.
Really, no questions asked.
Yeah, Shiloh. That's easy. That's really easy.
Deion, used to dunk. Somebody said you used to dunk.
Yeah, medicine balls. That's when you know you're getting up.
Really, medicine balls, 8-pounders. Medicine balls.
When you can dunk a medicine ball, you're getting up.
How's my boy Rogers going to be this year with that new coach?
You know what? That's going to be a tough one, Sponge. I don't know how that's going to play out because I felt like they had a winning combination there and they messed that up. I don't know how this is going to play out because most old dogs don't want new tricks, and you trying to bring a new guy in for Aaron Rodgers at his age and stage is I don't like it. I don't like it whatsoever. I don't see them improving too much. And that division they're in with Minnesota and Chicago, it's tough, man.
Chicago's tough. Chicago's tough,
yeah.
man.
Minnesota is too. Don't underestimate those guys. So the only gimme that they have is Detroit, and Detroit always plays them well. They usually split with Detroit, but that's a tough.
Yeah, but now Detroit's been winning in Green Bay, which is unheard of. Right. You know you're in trouble.
Right.
How about Jameis down here in Tampa? I mean, do you like Arians? I like that guy. I think the Arians guy's a good guy.
Yeah, I don't like him. I love him. I love it. Bruce Arians. I really do, and I love his staff. He usually accompanies himself with a great staff.
Yeah, he's got the kid from we got Todd Bowles on there for defense.
Yeah. James is Florida State guy, so I gotta give him unconditional love first and foremost. I love their receiving core. I love what they're placing on the field. I think Arians will cause that team to improve. But you got to understand, man, when you're in the same darn division with New Orleans, man, Carolina, and Atlanta, that's just tough. That's a tough division, man. It really is.
Speaking of old school Bucks, Deion, how good was Rondé? Was Rondé good?
Rondé was good.
How about Dak? What's going to happen with Dak? Is he going to be okay out of Dallas? They're really kind of screwing him over on the money.
They should have paid him last year when he was on sale. Now he's not.
They got the kid from Jacksonville got the money. The kid from Philly got the money. Then they haven't done near what Dak had.
The kid from Philly got the money, and he ain't finished in the last 2 seasons. So how can you pay Dak less?
I don't know.
He's been consistent. I mean, you can't. So they're in a dilemma. Dak is the priority. The other guys aren't the priority. Dak is the priority right now.
How's Tracy doing, man? I don't mean to be like shady or nothing, but she is so cool, Deion.
Good. She's in meetings right now. We just got off the phone. She's in meetings early this morning, trying to doing her producing thing. She'll be here mañana. She'll be here tomorrow. Matter of fact. That'll make.
Now, Deion, when do you start traveling a lot? Well, I mean, you probably start traveling to L.A. now. What you like? You leave on Friday, get back on Sunday?
No, definitely not. Friday's football Friday, baby.
That's right. Saturday.
Then Saturday, I got to figure out Shiloh's schedule because I got to make, most of his home games or away games, and I just got to be there to support my boy. Then I got to jump on a plane that night to try to make it to L.A. So it's going to be tough travels for old Prime this year, man.
And Deion don't travel private, even though he's got more money than I know. He'll pinch a penny, won't you, D?
Man, I do travel private. My planes just say American on the side.
Hey, Prime.
A lot of people fly with me.
You got a lot of friends, huh? How's
American and Delta on the side of them.
How's Lenny Harris doing?
Lenny Harris, man.
That's my guy. That's my guy right there, Lenny.
Lenny Harris is a darn legend, all-time
Oh
pinch
yeah.
hit leader in the Major League Baseball. We talk a few times a year, man. Lenny is, he's one of my favorites, man. He's one of my best friends. He's one of the best teammates I've ever played with. He's my guy.
I'm just going to tell you right now, we used to hang out and stuff. You were playing with the Reds, and I went, over at Plant City, that little house, and and Barry Larkin and all the boys. Lenny was the one that was the coolest to me. He was always making sure, Lenny was always the coolest, by far.
I met a kid in high school that lives in Plant City. Phenomenal receiver. Matter of fact, came to the Under camp. He's a phenomenal. I think he's a 5-star receiver, and he and this other kid, I know they live in that area. And I said, son, do you understand how much Plant City means to me? And I was giving him some history of Plant City and where I used to stay in spring training and how wonderful that city was. I used to fish all over there. So the Sponge found me some new fishing holes.
Remember Jody? Jody.
Jody live in Texas, man.
I know Jody does. I know. I talked to him a little bit ago.
Yeah, he and his wife, they keep in touch with me, man. And Jody has come to Lake Prime to fish with me once. He hadn't been back.
Let me tell you something. I got a fishing hole that you will flip out of. If you ever go to Indianapolis, I don't know if your travels take you to Indy, but my boy Tony Stewart, the NASCAR guy, really good. I'm as good of friends with him, Deion, as I am you. He's got like a 30,000 square foot house that's modeled after a Bass Pro Shops, and it looks just like a Bass Pro Shop. And out back is like a 15 or 20 acre fully stocked up bass pond.
That's awesome.
And I'd be like, man, Deion would be going. Deion's been known to get put in jail for just trying to find a bass fishing hole. Now, have you, Deion?
Yep, I have, and I claim. That's why on every property I have now, I put my own lake out there, so I don't have to go to jail no more. So I got lakes in all my properties, man.
He's a hardened criminal, ladies and gentlemen. He actually has a booking photo for breaking in for bass fishing. Don't you, Prime?
Hey, I actually smiled on the mugshot.
Hey, I can't thank you enough for just being such an unbelievable friend, Deion. I couldn't be any more prouder of you, my friend. You're doing so good, and I love the hell out of you, buddy.
Well, the next time I'm in town, I'm coming to do the show with you. I'm co-hosting with the Sponge.
Oh, how's Randy and Paula doing?
Man, I haven't talked to either of them in quite some time, but the last I spoke to them, both of them were doing well. They're not together, of course.
No, I know.
They're doing well. They're doing well, and they're moving on, and both of them still love the Lord and then trying to bless people as much as possible.
I know Paula's doing well. I think she went and did her own ministry. I think maybe in Orlando or something. She's doing real good.
Yeah.
So don't forget the one person, because of this interview, that you're going to reach out to. Now, you remember? Tony Mandrich.
Tony Mandrich.
Yeah.
I got to see if he's on social. That's how you find everybody. You just tweet at him and
if you got a chance to watch that 30-30, it's pretty humbling. Like, the guy was really, he really owns what he did, and it's a really good piece. I think you'd like it, bud.
I may go find it tonight, on Netflix or whatever. I'm gonna try to find it somewhere tonight and watch it.
I'll be shipping you some new Bubba Army stuff to your address you gave me. You still got that tiny? You still got that tiny house?
I'm laying light, man. So make sure they largest now. I'm laying light.
Oh, you large now, huh?
Yeah, I'm laying real light right now. I'm real lean right now. Lean and mean right now.
Tell Shador I said hi, my man. Okay.
I will, man. He's a little phenom. I can't wait till you meet him so he get to know Uncle Sponge, man.
Deion, good talking to you. Thank you. You know what? This is my first. I'm starting to do a thing every Wednesday at noon called Bubba UNsponged, and it's just a one-on-one interview, and you are my first guy, bud.
You are a legend in broadcasting, and you know that. You need to know that, man, and don't estimate. Everybody in that area, now around the country as well, got to know the Sponge, man. Whenever I meet somebody from there, I say, you know the Sponge? Yeah, Bubba the Sponge, he ain't crazy. I said, no, he ain't crazy. That's the Sponge. I know Bubba.
Yeah. Hey, Deion, God love you, my friend. Thank you for all you do for me, buddy.
Okay, buddy. God bless you.
Thank you, Deion. Thank you, buddy. There you go. That's just a good guy right there, man. We've been friends since '96, and in the midst of some of the things I've been through and some of the controversies, and some people, it's not so cool to say that you're my boy. And Deion still wears his Bubba Army stuff from time to time. I mean, it almost makes me want to cry. He's just such a good guy. Just a good guy. So there you go. 35 minutes. Bubba UNsponged, our first episode. Again, thanks to Deion.